One time I tell them I'm California dreaming. California dreaming.
Good morning, fam. It's your girl, Jeanette Smith, your sister friend, your niece, your cousin, your play cousin, all those other things. Certified life strategist and mindset coach. Good morning. And to those of you who are watching on replay as well, hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Just wanted to pop on and share a little something with you today. We've been getting together periodically through the week and just trying to share some positivity, some insight, some laughs here and there to make sure that, we are managing this thing. Hey there, Will, that we are managing this thing with as much grace and as much love for ourselves that we can. Good morning, Will. Good to see you. That's a nice picture of you and your family. I love that. Love it. Tamara's watching on YouTube. Hey, Mama. Good to see you. And Michael says, good morning. I'm great. I hope it's not evening already because I know time has been getting past me, but that I would really be in trouble if it's already evening, but I know what you mean. Hey, Michael. Hello, Crystal. I love that photo. Great hat, Mama. Great hat. I'm glad everybody's here this morning. It's okay. I knew exactly what you meant, Michael. Thanks. And you're welcome, Will. You're welcome. Yeah, it's a great picture of your family. So just popping on, wanted to share a few things with you all as we kind of are going through this time together. And I know I've been getting some DMs, and I just want to have a moment of transparency with you. I had to take some time for myself yesterday. I had to take some time to kind of gather myself. There were a series of things, and this can happen when, it's like the perfect storm and you start stacking. One thing happens, another thing happens, right? And what you can do is it starts compiling and you start magnifying the situations. Now, just because I'm a life coach and just because I'm certified in that, and I'm certified, and thanks for the likes and loves, y'all, I can see them. Just because I have that training does not mean that I'm not going to experience some of that stuff because I'm a human being, right? So to me, it helps also make me a better coach. It helps make me a better advocate because it's not somebody's telling you or sharing with you just textbook stuff. It's somebody who goes through their own stuff and can share with you from the front line, so to speak, right? So Angie says, you got to stay positive. Yep, absolutely. We absolutely have to stay positive. But here's the thing. I got a DM from somebody, and I was actually in a chat, and well-meaning people were saying, well, you're doing this negative stuff, or you're doing too much of this, or you're doing too much of that, negatively impacting you. So just stop doing it, right? Just stop doing it. But here's the thing, y'all. If people could just stop doing it, they'd stop doing it, right? I mean, like, if you could just stop in an instant feeling afraid, if you could just stop overeating, or if you could just stop with some other addiction, or if you could just stop, whatever the negative behavior is, then we wouldn't need therapists and life coaches, right? I mean, we would need inspiration from the Bible or whatever your inspirational influences are. You wouldn't need that. So well-meaning, but I think we got to step back and look at things and say, yes, stay positive, like Angie said, but also the thing is, how do you do that? Because to me, it's a disservice to somebody to tell them to just do something or just stop doing something, but then you don't tell them how to stop doing it. Hey, Stephanie, good to see you, Mama. Stephanie says she's done the grief work and she knows the steps to healing. It isn't easy when I'm the one compounded with so much going on. Absolutely. There's one thing to know the letter of what you need to have done, and it's another thing to walk it out. um it's it's something. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to come on and share a couple of things with you today. First of all, for those of you who are experiencing different kind of situations, different scenarios, things that you're not quite understanding what's happening, I want to tell you, you're not alone. And we all, as a community, a worldwide community, are dealing with stuff. So let me just say, you're looking at the website for, let me make this full screen so you can see it better. This is the website for the CDC. Okay. And so if you see here, it says here's, we're all experiencing stress during infectious disease outbreak. The things that you could be experiencing include fear and worry about your own health and the health of your loved ones. For those of you who are empathic, meaning that you just can feel, you have a deep connective emotional tie to what's happening around you. You might even be feeling the fear and worry of people you don't even know, right? You just pull that in by your discernment. Changes in your sleep or eating patterns. Definitely, I've seen us all talking about that. Difficulty sleeping or concentrating. I've been having trouble in that area. I finally went to bed around 11 last night, but I've been going to bed like at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Worsening of chronic health problems. We want to be very careful about that. And then increased use of alcohol, tobacco, or other drugs. So listen, you're not alone. You are not alone. And I just want to ask if you all want to share, what are those areas that you feel like, have been kind of hitting you hard? I told you, for me, it's been in the area of sleep. For some people I know that are DMing me, it's just the anxiety. And you're right, Will, all of these things will affect our immune system. And that's why we have to be diligent about identifying what's going on. Now, here's the thing. It's hard sometimes to identify these changes that are going on with us because they're happening so subtly over time. You don't realize that you're staying up late. You just think that, oh, okay, we're moving through this, we're moving through that. And you realize, oh my God, I'm staying up too late. Or like another person DM'd me, I'm going to the refrigerator every time I turn around. Like, you just don't realize that that's a new habit that you're picking up. You don't realize that that's become a new norm for you. It's grief that is attached to something other than what we're dealing with right now in this worldwide health crisis. Grief over the passing of a loved one in the past, or grief of just different situations. The lack of, I know some of my single friends are like, oh, I'm having to go through this alone. Those are things that can be triggered by this place of anxiety. So it's so true, very subtle. Yeah, Will. So what I wanted to do was share what the CDC said about that. But then also I want us to go through a couple of things. I'm going to share a couple of tools today. Okay. And so stick around for that, and share this post with anyone on your page or wherever you share things that you think somebody might want to get in and to do some live coaching stuff. We're going to do a couple of anxiety relieving exercises and just share some good information. Okay. So let's see. The CDC gives great tips, and they're saying what you want to do. Again, I want to make this full screen, make sure that you can see. Take breaks from watching. There you go. Take breaks from watching, reading, or listening to news stories. We talk about this all the time. I used to do the news. That used to be my life for over 27 plus years. I don't watch it every day, all day. All you need is the nuggets and the highlights. You don't need to sit and marinate in it. Because they say hearing about the pandemic repeatedly can be upsetting, and we know that's true. Take care of your body. Take deep breaths. That's meditation, stretching, yoga. There's so many videos that you can watch online meditating. Try to eat healthy, well-balanced meals. Get some exercise in. Get plenty of sleep. Avoid alcohol and drugs. Make time to unwind. Do some other activities that you can enjoy. Now, we are under the stay-at-home edict now here in Maryland. Many of you watching in other states are already been there, but they've already said it doesn't mean that you can't go outside for your health and well-being. It just means you can't stay out there. You can walk your dog, you can do things like that, but they're just saying don't congregate into groups and don't, stay out for long periods of time. Just go out, do what you need to do, and get back. Patrice Flybulous says, good morning. Me either, because panic spreads when you listen to so much of the news. Absolutely. And you're a flight attendant, right, Patrice? Is that right? Am I remembering that right? And so there's a measure of information that we need, but then there's marinating in it, and you don't need that. Angie says, I don't like that the success stories aren't being shared. People need to hear the positive. Absolutely. We do need to hear the positive. In fact, that's something that we're going to be, Patrice, yes, your flight. That's what I thought. We're going to be sharing some things that with my home church that I think is great. We've got members that are making masks. We got, different things that are going on. There's different ways that you can help and that you can find purpose in the season. And I think that's what's most important. Thanks for the love and the likes, y'all. I appreciate it. I think that's what's important at this time. A lot of us are getting lost because we can't seem to find purpose in this moment and in this season. And what I'm saying to you is, it might not be what you've always done. Be open to finding new purpose, whether it's for this season and beyond, or just while we're here. Me coming on and sharing what I have with you all, that's part of my purpose. And so this feeds me like it feeds you. The CDC also says, hold on here, connect with others, right? Make time to unwind, do some activities that you enjoy, but connect to others. Talk with people you trust about your concerns and how you're feeling. This is so important. I know that sometimes we just want to, kind of pretend like it doesn't happen. And so I don't want to talk about it because it just makes me think about it more. But there's a difference between marinating in something and processing it out. And that's why if you choose somebody that can help you process it out, man, that is going to be your golden ticket in this season. I see some of you sharing it online. Again, guard your heart and mind. See how things are going. See what kind of feedback that you're getting, because it should be nurturing, but it should also be empowering. So it shouldn't just, oh yeah, I feel bad too, because there's a level with that. You want somebody to hold space for your grief and for your sadness or anxiety or whatever you're feeling, but you also want tools to help you push up out of that. You don't want to stay there. Patrice says she just flew into Providence last night, and we have military stationed here at the airport checking passes as you come through. Yep. That's the new norm. That is the new norm. You're welcome, Patrice. You're welcome. I promise you, it is my pleasure. That's the new norm. And so, we have to figure out, what can we do for ourselves to help pull us through this? I want to share a scripture with you. And it's a scripture that you all are familiar with. But I want us to look at it in the Message version. This is Philippians 4:6-9. It's be anxious for nothing. That's how we know it. But in the Message, it says, don't fret or worry. Instead of worrying, pray. Now, let me say, and hear me when I say this, you are going to worry. Don't worry, don't fret. Doesn't mean don't ever have those emotions. That's crazy, because you're a human being. Those are actually part of your fight or flight package that helps you to avoid danger. So that's what happens in your amygdala, in your frontal cortex there when there's danger around, right? When there's danger around, you are supposed to have all that cortisol run through your body and all that adrenaline so that you can get up out of trouble. So you're going to have that. Hi, Sharon. You're going to have that. Yes, Tamaris, share the positive energy. But when you have that, and it's not for the cause of serving you, that's the important part. When it's not for the cause of serving you, then we're to not worry, not fret, but pray. Let our requests be known to God. And we shape our praises and all those worries into prayer. Let God know you're concerned. Before you know it, a sense of God's wholeness, everything coming together for good, will come and settle you down. Some of you know that is the peace that surpasses what? All understanding. That's what we call it. That's what we like to say it like that. Yes. So that whole sense of God's wholeness, everything will come together for your good and come to settle you down. It's wonderful what happens when Christ displaces our worry at the center of your life. So summing it up, I'll say you'll do best if you fill your minds and meditate on the things that are true, things that are noble, things that are reputable, things that are authentic, compelling, gracious. Think of the best case scenarios, not the worst case scenarios, right? Think of what's beautiful. Think of what's not ugly, things that are praiseworthy, not things to curse, not what you're, mad or pissed off about, not the stuff that you can't change or do anything about or control. Put into practice what you learned and what you heard and saw and realized. Do those things. And God, who makes everything work together, will work this into his most excellent harmonies, your most excellent good, right? So what does that look like today? That looks like you thinking about what you can learn in this time, what you can build in this time. What is it that you can share in this time? What is it you can let go of in this time? What is it that you might not have had time for before, but now you have time? So now you can take this mandated stay at home, even those of you and those of us who are out of work or work hours, you're not able to do as much on your job. Maybe I know some of you are furloughed and different things. Some of you have been laid off. You were in the service industry and it's tough. Yes, be looking for a job. Yes, be trying to figure out how to make it through to the next, but take a portion of your day to stop and think about what you do have. You have your health. Grab that and stack it in. Those of you who do guided meditation with me, you know what I'm saying. You got to take those things, grab them and stack them in. Letitia right there is praising. She just lost her sister. And in the midst of that grief and the grief that we're all sharing about what's going on, here she is on the feed saying hallelujah and glory. I mean, that sending you love, girl. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Will. Thanks, Will. That's what we're talking about. Right now, I want you to close your eyes. And listen, I can't even control what's happening in my own environment. I don't know what they're jackknifing out there. They are wearing that sidewalk out. I don't know if you can hear that sound. Because I like peace in my little abode here. That's what I like. But I can't control that. But I can control, just like you can control internally what's going on. You always have the ability to control internally what's going on. So we're going to do that right now. Thanks. I'll take all the hugs. All of them. I'll take them all. Thank you. Appreciate that, Stephanie. You can't hear it? Well, honey, that's a blessing. It is louder than it's loud. Trust me. So I'm glad y'all can't hear it. Mike Brown, what's up? My technical guru. What's happening, brother? Good to see you on. So let's just take a moment, guys. Let's just take a moment. All right. We're going to do some breathing. We're going to do a little meditation. You can use this for yourself. I'll also put a link up I have some guided meditations that you can they're free online. You can just listen to them and help guide you. Let's see if this is going to work. Tell me if you all can hear this music. I'm going to put this mic down here. Somebody let me know with an emoji or something if y'all can hear it. You can hear it? You can hear it good. Are you talking about the noise or the music? Somebody let me know. Hi, sweet baby. Yes, you can hear? Okay, good. All right. Just breathe out everything that's on you right now. You feel this tension up in here? Just breathe it out. In fact, let me show you. It's good if you can shake out all that extra. The music's good? Good. I'm glad you all can hear that. All right. Just shake it out. Shake out your hands. Just shake them out. You can do this sitting or standing. Okay. Just shake it out. Now, move that down to your arms. Shake that out. Just shake it out. Good. I'm glad you're liking the music. Okay. Just shake that out. Now you're going to move it further. You're going to move your neck. Oh, just stretch it out. Now hold it to one side. Let this. Oh, let that muscle. Look, push down on that shoulder if you need to. Yeah, push that down. You're welcome, Donna. Just push that muscle down. All right, now just circle around. Go back to the other side. Now stretch this. Pull that shoulder down. Pull it down. Pull it down. Hold it. Now push that down. Feel that pull right there? You're gonna feel that tension. It's gonna hurt a little bit, but it's gonna release. You've been like this, and now you're asking it to release. So it's gonna feel a little tensiony right in there. Okay. Now, for those of you who can, if you can, bend at the waist. Back up. This means faith. By the way, this means faith in Portuguese. Back up. I'm going to back up and I'm going to bend over at the waist. Okay? Back up. I'm just going to bend over. Try to touch your toes. If not, just let gravity take you down. And I come back up with a puppy. She wanted to say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Okay. All right. This is my weight. I lift her as my weight. Oh. Stretch back down. Wiggle. And you can do that a couple of times a day. You can do a couple of times a day. Yes, you can do it a couple of times a day. Oh, thank you. And just feel your body. Stretch it. Feel it. Like, you feel tight. Don't just sit around feeling tight. You got to do something about it. So when you feel that tightness, make sure that you do something about it. This is all the areas where I'm tight up in here. Thank you so much, Patrice. Oh, you like my puppy, D? Thank you. Yeah, so that's just stretching. Hey, Savalas, long time, brother. Good to see you. That's just stretching. And you can go online, y'all. You can go online and you can find tons of yoga. Music. That's my thing. Because your senses now are heightened. So what you want to do is you want to feed it. So music, even smells. I like to have scents going in the room. So, like everything is working for self-soothing. Okay. We're going to try something else while I got you guys in here. It's tapping. It's called emotional freedom technique. And it works like this. I'm going to cut the music just for a minute, just so I can share the information, and then we'll go back to the music, because I know you all are loving that. That hurt? Well, Tony, then you weren't doing it right. You just need to shake it out. Don't let yourself hurt yourself. You silly girl. Good to see you, Tony. So when you have all that cortisol and all that adrenaline running through your body, you can calm it down. For those of you who have ever had acupuncture or acupressure, you know that the reason that works, and we get that from Eastern medicine, the reason that works is because they identified all the energy meridians, like energy highways that go through our body. Are you sneezing? What's happening? All the energy highways that run through our body, and they are able to place those needles or place pressure, right, where you get benefits in other areas of your body. You know how they say like your hand is connected to things, and your feet, there's things that are connected to different organs in your body. And so there's ways that you can tap that out. Now, how does this work, Jeanette? Well, think about it. When you have a baby that's crying, you will jostle them, right? You'll do this. You'll jostle them. Tell my baby I said hi, Tamara. I saw the message that you put in there, and then I didn't get it up, but I will tell him I will put it up. Justice. Let me get Justice. I don't want to hurt Justice's feelings. Hey, Justice says hi. Good to see you. Good to see you. Will says he can feel the release. Good, good, good. So when your baby is crying and you do this jostling, that oscillate, that little vibrating, oscillating movement right there, that is what is helping to soothe them. And what it's basically doing is calming their nerves, from all that fight or flight they got going on from screaming. You'll even pat them, won't you? You'll pat them on the back. That right there, that's the essence of tapping. And so I'm going to show you areas on our body that you can do that with. And when you do that, you can kind of help bring your anxiety levels down. All right. So even those of you who are watching on replay, I hope you're doing these exercises, because they work whenever you want to do them. And for those of you watching, if you share this on your page or you want to come back later and look at it, just know that this is something that you can add to your morning routine, right? Donna says she has aromatherapy. By the way, Donna's a nurse. She has an aromatherapy candle at her desk. Even though she can't light it here at the hospital, it works wonders. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So we're just going to tap, and then I'm going to let you guys go. All right. So there's a couple of places on your body you got to do it. So we're going to start with, and first you need an affirmation, because you have this negative self-talk that it's just like on a recorder, on a loop, that's saying you should be anxious. You should be worried. What about a job? What about this? What's going to happen? Or is there enough toilet paper? But whatever all those things are. And so now we got to replace that. All right. So we're going to use one that could work for anybody at this stage. Let's do, even though I'm anxious or I might be concerned, I know everything's going to work out all right. Let's do that. Okay. And I say everything's going to work all right, because I've been through this kind of scenario before. And so some of you that remember going through the 2007, 2008 economy crash, I mean, some of those things we're kind of going through now, those kind of concerns and worries. So when I say everything's going to work out all right, look at us. We're still here. We rebuilt. We did whatever we needed to do. We're going to be all right. You have to put your faith thermometer, you have to put your mindset thermometer where you want it to go. And you have to tell yourself every day, we're just going to take things one day at a time, but everything is going to be all right. I'm coming out of this and I will thrive. I will learn something. I will build something. I will create something. Those of you who might be sick and you're having this self-quarantine, you got to keep your mindset set on, I'm recovering. I will be well. All will be well with me. That has to be your primary focus. right? So that's going to be our mantra for this. And so we're just going to tap. And all you're going to do is just see how I'm using my 3 fingers and I'm just tapping. So all the places that I show you, you do this with me. And then you just say, we're going to say that mantra over and over again as we're releasing from a physiological standpoint, working on the chemicals that are causing the anxiety. We're also implanting in our hearts, our spirits, our minds, a new mantra to obliterate the negative self-talk. So first, you're going to start on your karate chop point right here, right? And you're going to say, even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know that everything is going to be all right, right? You do that there. Okay. And now we're going to start here. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know that everything is going to be all right. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know that everything is going to be all right. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know that everything is going to be all right. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know that everything is going to be all right. Collarbones, even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know that everything is going to be all right. 3 inches under your armpit. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know that everything is going to be all right. Top of the head. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know that everything is going to be all right. Now you would do that like 5 times, that whole loop, okay? 5 times you do that loop. And I promise you, when you put your music back on, when you're playing whatever, sisters and brothers got to put them glasses on. When you play your music, now let's just do it. Let's do it one time with the music. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know that everything is going to be all right. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know that everything is going to be all right. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know everything is going to be all right. Blow it out. Even though above your lip I have anxiety and concerns, I know everything is going to be all right. Under your chin. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know everything is going to be all right. Collarbone. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know everything is going to be all right. Under your armpit. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know that everything is going to be all right. Top of your head. Even though I have anxiety and concerns, I know everything is going to be all right. Now just breathe in through your nose and blow it out. Everything is going to be all right. No matter what you're going through, everything is going to be all right. You're stronger than you know. You're wiser than you know. You got a God much bigger than you realize. Everything is going to be all right. I want to thank you guys for sharing time. I want to share one last thing with you. This is a great video. Pitbull put together an anthem called I Believe We Will Win. And that's it. I believe we will win. So I'm going to go out sharing this with you all. I want you to have a blessed, blessed, blessed day. I want you all to do for others what's been done for you, whether it's sharing this positivity, share this thread, be kind to people, reach out, check on folks. Yes, Michael, everything is going to be all right. Dee says that she likes the tapping. Great. Use that tool. Use it, because I'm telling you, it helps. It really helps calm your nerves down. All right, guys, love you all to life. If you haven't liked this post, please like it. It helps me when I share it so that people give it weight, right? They think there must be some meat to the matter because people are liking it. So like it, share it, do those things. Oh, by the way, also, if you need other tools, and some of you have actually gone online and gotten them, let me share with you. Be remiss if I don't share with you. Yep, the Release Action Journal, which I've taken some material out of here to share with you today, both on Amazon. And if you're looking for new purpose in this season, From Dream to Reality, The Path to Your Life Purpose, that action guide too is also to help you with that. All right, let's check Pitbull out. Let's get this music video popping. And just know that I love you all to life. Let me say this to your face. Let me say this to your face. I love you all to life. There's nothing you can do about it. We will thrive. We will win. And I'll see you guys here on another broadcast. Love you, love you, love you. Mwah. All right, Pitt, what you got? Let me see if I can blow them up. Yeah.
Stay your Chico Pit Boom, Mr. 305 in the set, Mr. Worldwide, Morning Live, Rooftop and Slam. If there's any time to check in for the world, it's right now. Now's when we take fear, and it's not forget everything and run. No, it's face everything and rise. And the reason that I wanted to do it here on the roof and show that city right behind me, Miami, because Miami is what taught me how to fight. And I want to give that to everybody in the world right now. I say, that's when we got to stick together. We got to fight hard. I believe, say with me. Show how powerful it is when we come together. This right here is a world anthem called I Believe That We Will Win. This right here is to motivate the world. With that said, I want y'all to stay healthy, stay safe, and stay blessed. Bottom line, no matter what, face everything and rise. Ready for me? Ready. Let's do it.
So what? No matter what, we will rise. You're going to get Avery and do something? That's right, Sharon. We will win. Hit the floor, Angie. Do that yoga. We will win. We will rise. We will rise. We will win. And that's what it's all about. I'm so glad we got to share this time together. All right. Love you all of life.
One time I tell them I'm California dreaming.